e uri mai ne te moana uri mai hava e ki kata ka hia te patuwa ka huki honolulu tene hira na waka e ritu e ta unei hoia hoia ra ka inu i te anawa matatua hoia hoia ra toki maru toki timu pura haupo o te ara na waka e nehi hoia na tuti bunga na waka e nitu te taunei hoia hoia ra ta inu i te anawa whakatua hoia hoia ra toki maru toki timu pura haupo o te ara na waka e nei hoia mai no tuti bunga no na tuti bunga tatilu torha i auhi
Good evening and welcome to San Francisco's 20th annual AAPI Heritage Month celebration. My name is Grace Horikuri, one of the co-chairs of this year's celebration, along with my other chairs, my brother from another mother, Al Perez and Thomas Lai. I'm also help oversee the Nihonmachi Street Fair too, so just want to put a plug in. How about another round of applause for the dancers from the Legacies of the Pacific and Ke'aka Polynesia group for opening tonight's program and dancing to the song of Ho'oea, Ho'oea. So big applause. The Pacific Islanders are made up of many diverse ethnicities, and the special dance we just saw celebrates the spirits of the Maori tribe. What a treat, and thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Good evening. My name is Al Perez from the Pistahan Filipino Parade and Festival. I'm so excited about this year's celebration because it's our 20th anniversary. I'm so proud to be a Filipino American, and at the same time, I'm also proud that working together with all my AAPI brothers and sisters, we are able to put together this community celebration year after year for the AAPI family. And tonight, we are going to honor two amazing organizations for their milestone achievements and two exceptional individuals for their impact in our city. It is kind of just like the Oscars. So we hope that you will enjoy this evening's program. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. And my name is Thomas Lee, and this year is very special because it's my 10th year volunteering for this organization. Thank you. This celebration does not come together without the hard dedication of our volunteers. It is not just me and Grace and Al, but a whole team of them. We're very, very proud of our dedicated volunteers, our generous sponsors, our community organizations that make this happen. Putting together the celebration is a volunteer effort that is thankless and sometimes year-round. It feels like we get calls throughout the year, but we're very, very proud of what we've put together in this in the planning process. We're also grateful to all the volunteers this evening. Between here and City Hall, we have over 100 volunteers working to make sure that everyone has a great time and an enjoyable experience. Let's give a round of applause for our amazing volunteers in this house.
And so we also want to take this time to recognize our official celebration partners, the Asian Art Museum, the San Francisco Public Library, and the Center for Asian American Media for an amazing range of art and cultural programs they are offering throughout the month of May. Please do check out the celebration guide at apasf.org for a list of all the programs. And now, it gives me great pleasure to turn over tonight's program to our Mistress of Ceremonies. Please give a warm welcome to Dion Lim, news anchor at ABC. Dion has served as our Mistress of Ceremonies a couple years ago, and we want to welcome her back. Let's give a big applause.
Thank you so much. Once again, a round of applause for our co-chairs. You know, this is such a special event for me. It always feels like a big family reunion. It's hard to keep me down because I'm always waving and saying hi and catching up to people. And as you heard, I wasn't here last year because many of you know I was very, very pregnant and barely moving, let alone being on a stage in front of all of you. Now, as you just heard, I'm a news anchor for ABC 7 KGO-TV here in San Francisco, and I've dedicated so much of my storytelling to amplifying voices in our community. And this year, being in front of you all on this stage means a lot. And especially because I have a 9-month-old now at home, and I look at his face and I think to myself, he's half Chinese, and look at everyone in this theater. This is his community. He gets to grow up in this, surrounded by allies, surrounded by friends, and people who will amplify his story and celebrate his heritage. So please, without further ado, will everyone stand for the national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang o'er, the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Unbelievable. Who else has goosebumps right about now? So the anthem was performed by, wait for it, 13-year-old Aliana Yang. Be prepared to feel very unaccomplished when I tell you a little bit about her, because she is a multi-award-winning vocalist who has sang at the Vatican City and also returned to Carnegie Hall for a 4th time. So once again, a round of applause for Aliana. Now, before we begin, a little history, because I feel as though not enough people truly understand. Back in 1979, President Jimmy Carter signed into law a joint resolution of Congress declaring a week in May as Asian American Heritage Week. And this celebration was then expanded into law to include the entire month of May come 1990. Now, in San Francisco, the celebration began in 2005 when then Mayor Gavin Newsom enthusiastically supported the idea of an annual official celebration that would include all Asian and Pacific Islander communities. Now, here in San Francisco, where more than a third of the population is indeed Asian American, we continue to show the nation how to properly celebrate Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Now, the planning of this celebration for our city is a collection of efforts from the members of the APA Heritage Celebration Committee in partnership with the APA Heritage Foundation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to securing sponsorships and resources to support this annual celebration. At this time, we'd like to welcome a woman who lives, eats, and breathes this celebration. I know from personal experiences, not just from working with her, but the fact that I happened to be on maternity leave and met up with her while I was in Hawaii. And I asked her, after we had dim sum, I said, "What are you doing after this?" She didn't say, "I'm going to the beach." Instead, she said, "I've got to get ready." And off she went. This person is not only the president of the APA Heritage Foundation, but also coordinator of this community celebration. Please give a warm welcome to Claudine Cheng.
Aloha, I guess since I'm supposed to be from Hawaii. Aloha. Thank you for joining us this evening. Some of you might have read in today's San Francisco Examiner about how this celebration got started. And the description was that it was spontaneous serendipity. It's a mouthful, spontaneous serendipity. Indeed, how it got started was a very casual conversation I had with Mayor Gavin Newsom back in 2005, and I talk about, we have 1/3 of our demographics being Asian Pacific Americans. How come we don't celebrate AAPI month? And at that time, the mayor said, let's do it. So it is true, that was very spontaneous. But for the celebration to take place from year to year, that ongoing effort is totally intentional. Because all of us involved in this voluntary effort to put together the celebration feels very strongly that we want the celebration of the month to be part of San Francisco's civic tradition, that it goes on from generation to generation, that every year we talk about how can we be bigger, how can we be better. And what does that mean? That means every year we want to continue to reach out to diverse ethnicities within the APA family that have not been involved. That means to expand the circles of communities to include everyone. And we mean everyone. I was supposed to be speaking on behalf of the committee, but I just want to share a personal anecdote. So about 2 weeks ago, while working on this event, I received an email and got a cold call, and it was the representative for Miss Black, California, USA. And after the conversation, I just feel like, oh, right on, because and she wanted to come. She wanted to speak to us. She wanted to participate in the month's program. And I feel so happy. I feel so excited because I just feel like that's exactly the kind of outreach, that's exactly the kind of camaraderie we want to have between and among the diverse populations in this city. So, many people have asked recently, how does it feel now into the 20th year? Sometimes it feels like it was just yesterday. Sometimes, as you know, 20 years can be a long time. But I think about those two organizations that we were honoring this evening, the two amazing educational institutions. One have been around 50 years, and the other over 100. So apparently, we have a long way to go. But I do feel, and I think I can speak for our committee to say that we do feel very, very positive and very optimistic that this celebration is going to continue. And why? The reasons are very simple. Why? Because we have people like you coming to the celebration, and we thank you. Because we have wonderful celebration partners, such as the Asian Art Museum, the San Francisco Public Library with its 20-some branches celebrating all over the city, and CamFest, the most amazing, biggest Asian American film festival in the country. How can we go wrong? We have amazing partners and many, many more. And if you go to the celebration guide at our website this year, we have over 50, 60 programs throughout the month of May. For different generations, there is something for everybody. And we are very optimistic and very positive because we have our sponsors, because we have our publicity and media partners, and because we have all of our volunteers. We can't do without. This is really an all-volunteer effort all these years. It is true, we don't have an office, we don't have staff, but we have our volunteers, we have our passion that we want to make this happen every year. It is very challenging to capture a 20 years journey in a couple of minutes. But so we decided in celebration of this 20 year that we are going to produce a 20th anniversary video with the intent to capture some of the history, the driving forces behind the celebration, and to talk about the spirit of community. The theme of our celebration this year is moving forward together. You're going to hear a lot about these three words in the next hour, moving forward together. We meant it 20 years ago, we meant it all the more now. I actually haven't seen the video on the big screen, so I'm so happy that we are going to watch it together. Let's celebrate together. Let's roll the video. Thank you.
Welcome to the Heart of Diversity and Unity, San Francisco, celebrating 2 decades of the Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month celebration. As we reflect on the past and look towards the future, we proudly stand at the crossroads of cultures, traditions, and a shared spirit of moving forward together.
Welcome, everybody, to City Hall, People's Palace.
The first celebration began as Asian Pacific American Heritage Week on May 4th, 1979, when President Jimmy Carter signed a joint resolution of Congress into law, Proclamation 4650, to commemorate the contributions and accomplishments of Asian Pacific Americans. For the first 12 years, the celebration was for 1 week long, which then expanded to include the entire month of May in 1991. The San Francisco celebration was launched in 2005, when then-Mayor Gavin Newsom embraced the idea of a coordinated citywide celebration and the establishment of a Community Celebration Committee.
The AAPI community is very diverse. The month presented an amazing opportunity to showcase the uniqueness of each ethnic tradition and at the same time strengthen the AAPI community as a whole.
Here you go.
Through AAPI Heritage Month has become a special time during which we pay tribute to those who paved the way.
Well, it's great to be here. It's great to start out the month of May for many reasons, and this is why our city is so special. And to have all of you here, I want to just have a great welcome to all of you to start the celebration of Asian Pacific American Heritage Month for everyone.
And the activists who continue to inspire change. It is a celebration of unity and strength, and all the contributions that help shape our city's cultural mosaic, a city that welcomes all.
I don't think there's been an occasion when this event has taken place that I have not been a part of it. And I'm just delighted to continue that tradition.
The theme, moving forward together, very descriptive of what has occurred in this city over the years. the great benefit that this city has received, culturally, economically, and in every way, from the participation of Asian Americans, Asian Californians, Pacific Islanders. It has just been, frankly, incredible. The city would not be what it is, and probably nor the state, without that incredible contribution.
The journey to building a stronger community is not without challenges, as evidenced by challenges posted by the COVID pandemic and the rise in anti-Asian hate incidents, which the community has continued to experience since the first arrival of immigrants from Asia in the mid-1800s. And because of these challenges, there was a clear and collective desire among diverse ethnicities to build a strong network of support, a more cohesive community.
One of the main purposes of this year's annual celebration is to bring our communities together.
In 2018, this annual community celebration reached a special milestone when CamFest, Asian Art Museum, and the San Francisco Public Library, all three joined the APA Heritage Foundation as official celebration partners.
It is our hope that the success stories will inspire all of us to continue to make our community contributions and to inspire the next generations to dream, to create, and to continue to make a difference.
And with each year that goes by, many more organizations offer celebration programs. And this year, as we celebrate the 20th anniversary, over 160 community and nonprofit organizations have joined in the celebration by promoting public awareness of the month. And what are we celebrating? AAPI Heritage Month. It's about embracing distinct ethnic identity and at the same time fostering the togetherness of this very diverse community known as the Asian American and Pacific Islander community.
What a joy it is to be here with our Asian Pacific Islander communities from all over San Francisco. When we talk about moving forward together, that's moving forward in community. That's moving forward by celebrating and sharing our diversity, which has always been a part of San Francisco's strength.
Join us! Join us!
Come celebrate with us.
So this year, as we celebrate the 20th anniversary of the civic tradition, we want to invite everyone to join in the celebration.
I'm just delighted to say, happiest 20th anniversary.
Moving forward together.
Appreciate the differences. Focus on what we have in common.
Sama-samang sumusulong.
Bergerak maju bersama.ก้าวไปข้างหน้าด้วยกันค่ะ Sing ye fijuk. 前向きに一緒に歩こう 함께 나아가겠습니다.
到目睭每定惡គ្នា
到頂向前行
大家一齊向前行
Continue to build and strengthen community connections.
API Heritage Month means community, resilience, and support within all of our cultural groups.
It means sharing our cultures together as one.
The differences and the similarities and celebrating together.
Moving forward together.
Together.
While moving forward together.
Let's celebrate together. Join us. Let's celebrate together.
What an uplifting production. I hope you are all inspired and so incredibly proud of your community watching those 7 minutes. The APA Heritage Celebration Committee would like to take a moment now to thank SFGovTV, their team, producer Anson Ho, his crew, all of the mayors, the community, the participants, also Stephen Gong, Executive Director for the Center of Asian American Media, for his advice along the way. Please give all of them a round of applause for making this happen. All right, Now that we are all inspired, we were all backstage making a joke about the eagle has landed, but maybe we should make an introduction and say the panda has landed, because to a woman that we see an awful lot of these days who happens to be in the news for many different reasons, especially after securing those pandas, please welcome San Francisco Mayor London Breed.
All right, we got to bring the energy up in this room. How many of us are excited about CamFest? How many of us are excited about the great programs at our San Francisco Public Library? And let's not forget about the Asian Art Museum, our amazing partner in the work that we are doing here as well. You know, it's so great to be here, and so many people are celebrating some tremendous milestones. Just this year, we are celebrating the APA Heritage Month creation, 20 years. That's like almost my age. We're also celebrating 100 years for Kimon-ga-kun. We're celebrating 50 years of Wame. Mayor Willie Brown has turned 90. And Rose Chung, you look like you are 20 years old too. Congratulations to each and every one of the honorees and the people who do extraordinary work for the city and county of San Francisco. We are so grateful and honored to be here as well, celebrating with our council generals from all over the world. The people joining us today are those from Indonesia, Japan, Singapore, the Philippines, Brazil, Spain, and China. Could our council generals please stand? Thank you for your work and your partnership with our city. And we have a whole bunch of elected officials here as well. I want to take this moment to especially recognize and thank Claudine Chang. 20 years ago, she had a vision to bring all of the communities of the Asian diaspora together for a celebration that shares our values, that celebrates community, that uplifts and creates an opportunity for us to learn from one another, but to also talk about the strength of what makes San Francisco stronger. This city was built by so many people in our API community. We are celebrating one of the best and most fierce Japantown anywhere in the country, one of only 3 left in the US. San Francisco has the oldest Chinatown in the United States as well. And we know the challenges and the struggles of our Filipino community, and they still have a presence in the south of Market. And this city was built by so many of our people from our diverse API communities. So it is only appropriate that we celebrate the month of May as a way to recognize the extraordinary cultures, the extraordinary talents, and also uplift the communities and especially the things that unite us and bring us together. So I am so happy and grateful to be here with all of you to officially declare the month of May in San Francisco APA Heritage Month. And before we sign the official proclamation with all of our elected leaders and folks from the state level, including Fiona Ma, Malia Cohen, and those all the way down to the local level, and those who were once mayor and still kind of is mayor to a certain extent, I want to just thank our city attorney, David Chu. He will be handing out some awards to the honorees on my behalf. And I want to just say to all of those, again, who are joining us here today for this celebration, thank you all for what each and every one of you does to make San Francisco an extraordinary place for each and every one of us. So let's sign this proclamation and get going with the festivities.
And the mayor would like to take a second picture with members of the Councilor Corps. Please join us.
Congratulations. Congratulations. It's right, you remember that. Thank you again to Claudine for your vision, for your leadership, for your community for 19 years. Also, thanks to Mayor Breed, the mayor's office staff, city officials, all of your presence here today and continued support is what keeps us all going. Now, tonight's celebration could not be made possible without the support and the commitment of our generous business and community sponsors. So at this time, I'd like to take just a moment to recognize our major sponsors, starting with our Heritage Champion sponsors: Amazon, US Bank, Waymo, and Wells Fargo. Thank you all so much. To our Heritage Captain sponsors, the San Francisco Giants, go Giants. Our Heritage Patron sponsor, Sutter Health. Our Heritage Partner sponsors, Chinese Hospital and CCHP Health Plan. Hayes Boone LLP. The Japan Center Garage Cooperation. Kaiser Permanente. And the Golden State Warriors, go Warriors! We are also so grateful and so thankful to our Heritage friends and family community supporters. This year, we also have a number of significant in-kind supporters. The interest of time, I know everyone is watching closely, so just look into tonight's program book to see an entire list. You can also find that at our website. Thank you all once again for supporting this community celebration. Give everyone who we recognized a round of applause. Now to someone else who finds himself on our air quite often, Assemblymember Phil Ting. He'll be presenting a resolution on behalf of the California State Assembly. Also, we have, unfortunately, Supervisor Connie Chan has a last-minute commitment, but we do have in her place the President of the Board of Supervisors, Aaron Peskin. Please come to the stage.
Thanks, Dion. You know, so great to kick off APA Heritage Month today in San Francisco. It's the 20th anniversary of this amazing event. And we have so many honorees, so many different groups that we are really welcoming together. And what started as a pretty small community here in San Francisco has become almost 40% of our city in a much more diverse API community than we've ever had before. You know, I just wanted to take a time to just shout out the amazing honorees. You know, we have the Wame School, which is a few blocks from my house in the Sunset, doing amazing bilingual early education for our community and really leading the way for so many years. It was just a few months ago, we were at Kinmun Gakun, really kicking off the renovation of this Japanese language school. It has really worked to make sure that we're preserving Japanese culture. Yes, you can shout out. Japanese culture, Japanese heritage at a community who really was just devastated during the internment during World War II, but has still survived, has risen from the ashes, and has made sure that we are honoring our Japanese heritage here in San Francisco. Rose Chung, I think the mayor said it right. Are we celebrating her 20th birthday today? Is that what we're doing? I think, so we got hopefully maybe there's a birthday cake somewhere for Rose Chung, who's really just one of the most unsung, hardworking heroes. She's one of my Women of the Year who I'll be honoring in a few weeks, and really just someone who's tireless and doesn't really appreciate the limelight. So I know that she's here tonight, but not really looking forward to being honored. And then, of course, we have our mayor, or in Sacramento, we call him Speaker Willie Brown, who has made such an enormous contribution to our city, our state, our country. I always joke to my colleagues, Mayor Brown has forgotten more about politics than most of us will ever know. And so thank you very much, Mayor Brown, for everything that you've really contributed to the APA community, so really appreciate that. And of course, Claudine Cheng, who's been an incredible leader for the APA Heritage Foundation, really the person who thought up this idea, wanted to make sure we brought together our community, all facets of our community. We have a very diverse community doing all variety of different things, and this is the one place we can come to kind of celebrate all of that heritage. And in that thought, our API Legislative Caucus just last month introduced Assembly Concurrent Resolution 171 to recognize the Songkran Festival for the first time in the state legislative history. And why is that so important? Well, Songkran is Thailand's vibrant New Year celebration, but it's also observed in Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar, as well as in parts of Vietnam, China, as well as Sri Lanka. And so really acknowledging the Thai New Year for the first time in the state legislature just is one more facet of us making sure that we are recognizing all of our APA communities here in California. So let me invite Claudine to come on up, as well as Grace Thomas, Al Perez, and Grace Horikiri. If they could all come up, we have this resolution to present on behalf of the state, and just thanking the four of them for their amazing work. Can we just give it up for?
Grace is working up front.
Oh, Grace is working up front. Can we get Grace to come out? Oh, she's working? We're not going to stop Grace from working. And again, happy APA Heritage Month. Let's have a great celebration today.
Assemblymember Ting, Mayor Breed, former Mayor Brown, to my many colleagues for whom I speak that are gathered here today, Supervisors Stephanie, Chan, Engardio, Dorsey, and the lights are bright. If I'm missing any of you, I apologize, but on behalf of the entire Board of Supervisors, let me say this: Gold Mountain is rich not only for the investment it attracts, but for the incredible history of the API community and the institutions that it has fostered that go back to the earliest days of the founding of the city and county of San Francisco. I've had the honor and delight of representing the northeast corner of the city and San Francisco's Chinatown, where organizations like the Chinese Consolidated Benevolent Association have been around for a century and a half, where organizations like the Chinese Hospital, originally the Tunghua Dispensary, have been around since the 1890s, and the list goes on. But as Assemblymember Ting said, San Francisco has welcomed individuals and corporations that we have done business with from all over the Pacific Rim. Earlier this year, we ushered in the opening of the Korean Center. We have embraced the Samoan Community Development Center, as Mayor Breed said, the CAM Center. And for me, this has actually been the bookends of my time in office. I was here in 2005 when I was but a young supervisor as this was launched by Claudine Chang, and now in my last year as a member of the Board of Supervisors, have the honor of celebrating API Heritage Month with you again. To the honorees that Assemblymember Ting spoke to, think about Wame, a half a century, their 50th anniversary. Kinmin Gakun, 100 years. And then, of course, Willie Lewis Brown, ageless. And to Rose Chung, who I had the pleasure of befriending when we both ran for the same office 25 years ago, and then joined me in my office where we worked together on behalf of the Asian American community, of all communities in San Francisco. You have been my inspiration and are most deserved of the Community Inspiration Award that you are getting this evening. To Claudine Chang, your praises have been sung, and appropriately so, but I must also add Thomas Lee, who has been faithfully by your side and has aided you for these last 20 years. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you to everybody who has helped make this such an incredible event that we look forward to every year. I promise to join you in one capacity or another for many years to come. Claudine, if I can, on behalf of my colleagues, give you and Thomas and the rest of the API Heritage Month crew, there we go. Come on up.
All right. Thank you.
To Aaron and Phil, thank you for your continued support and for those presentations. All right, I think it's time for the APA Heritage Awards presentation. Now, every year, what happens is the APA Heritage Foundation honors organizations that focus on promoting and preserving AAPI history, art, culture, and have also achieved significant milestones in their mission and in their longevity. To present the awards to our two milestone organizations this year, and also the Community Inspiration Award, please welcome City Attorney David Chu. We'd also like to invite Dennis Yee, Chair of the Awards Committee, to join the presentation as well.
Good evening, San Francisco. Happy APA Heritage Month, and welcome back to the Asian American Academy Awards. It is so amazing to look out onto all of you and to see the beautiful mosaic that represents the diversity of our APA community. And as your first Asian American city attorney, I just want to say how proud I am, along with all of the leaders that are here in this room, to be part of the most historic, cultural, and social Asian American capital in the country. And without further ado, let us now bring up our first Community Milestone Award. I want to invite onto the stage Gabby Wu, who's the board president of Wame. Gabby, come on up. So WAME is the first and longest standing bilingual early education organization in San Francisco, formed 50 years ago with the mission of making sure that children, regardless of their first language, can learn in an environment where they can excel. To date, WAME has provided services to literally thousands of families with programs in early childhood care and education, before and after school and weekend classes, and community engagement. And dedicated to being an effective community voice, WAME is proud to be an anchor in the San Francisco Sunset neighborhood and surrounding neighborhoods for bilingual education. Please join me in congratulating WAME.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and dear community, I am humbled and profoundly honored representing WAME School to receive this award from APA Heritage Foundation today, as WAME is also celebrating our 50th anniversary this year. Myself, growing right here in San Francisco in the Sunset District as a first-generation immigrant, where English was my first language, my second language, this moment is profoundly meaningful to me. I have witnessed firsthand the transformative impact of WAME School. My two children, who also graduated from WAME School, were able to learn about their heritage, their language, and more importantly, they were able to bridge between two cultures. WAME School is the first and longest-standing bilingual early education organization in the city for young children. For 50 years ago, California recognized WAME as an incorporated business dedicated to ensuring that children, regardless of their first language, learn in an environment where they can excel. For half a century, we have championed the values of language learning, inclusivity, and diversity, showing how they enrich both our education and our experiences. From enrolling just 20 students to now providing services to over 500 families through programs in early care education, after and before school, weekend Chinese classes, and community engagement. WAME School has stood as a pillar of both bilingual education. We have tirelessly worked on behalf of families who do not have equal access to such programs and have strived to uplift the community we live in. WAME School is proud to be the anchor in the Sunset neighborhood and surrounding communities for bilingual education and community voices. This distinguished recognition belongs to everybody, especially everyone that's involved in WAME. Our staff, our families, our board, our founders, our supporters, and last but not least, I want to shout out to our executive director, Ben Wong. I hope you all can join me as we celebrate WAME School's 50th anniversary gala on May 17th at HL Peninsula. Thank you so much for all your support, your trust, and your dedication to ensure that the traditions, heritage, and languages that enrich our city will continue to thrive for generations to come. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to WAME. Our next organization is an organization that has a 100-year history. Kinmon Gakun is a Japanese language school that was founded in 1911, which is when Willie Brown was first elected to office. It was incorporated as the Golden Gate Institute in 1924 by Japanese Americans in Japantown. Before World War II, it served as a central institution not only in San Francisco, but also within the wider JA community in North America. It was, and to this day remains, a gathering place for children to learn about their heritage and parents to engage in the community. The school's significance has extended well beyond the local community. It has been recognized internationally, but particularly by Japan. And recently, this March, Kinmon Gakuen announced that they will be receiving almost $10 million, half from the state, thank you, Assemblymember Ting, and half from the city, to help renovate the nearly century-old campus. And with that, I'd like to invite up Akihiko Tominaga to the stage to accept the Community Milestone Award. Come on up.
When I was asked to speak here, the very first question, which language I need to speak? I can speak, of course, Japanese. That means Japanese. Very important word is arigatou gozaimasu. David also explained history of Kinmon Gakuen. It started 1911. So that means over 100-year history. So that means I need to say arigatou gozaimasu in over 100 times. Maybe that's enough, I should say, at this place. One thing I'd like to emphasize, the important things is, of course, we proud of 100 years or more than 100 years history, but under the wartime, we have a very hard time because it cut it down, all history. All Japanese and Japanese American go into other place from city. Then Kinmon Gakuen is the place for gathering for the camp. It's a history. But even though at that time, 7 years history between these kind of time, in these cities, Afro-American community maintain our building. So that means I should have a big hand and also the special thank you to the community. Not only Japanese American and Japanese maintain the Kinmon Gakuen, but people like you support Kinmon Gakuen to maintain our building over 100 years. Now we have special campaign, capital campaign. We need more money anyway. So I should say more than 100 times arigato in Japanese. One more time. Arigato.
Congratulations to these two amazing institutions for helping to ensure that our next generation can learn more about our culture and heritage. Now it gives me great pleasure to present the next award, our Community Inspiration Award, to someone who I've known for 20 years, since she was a young girl, Rose Chung. Where is Rose Chung? Oh, there she is. So Rose is a native daughter of San Francisco's Chinatown. She was the youngest among 5 daughters, and in 1981, she had an experience that sparked a change in her life path. She became Miss Chinatown USA, which propelled her into community service. Over the years, she has dedicated her time to community, serving as a board chair of APA Family Support Services, a board member of Port Plaza Park Corporation, a founding member of the APA Heritage Celebration Committee, a distinguished officer within her family associations. Rose has worked for many years for the City and County of San Francisco as a radiology technologist at SF General, and also for several elected officials at City Hall. A little secret, Rose was my first Asian American legislative aide when I was elected to the Board of Supervisors. Anything good I've done, it was because of Rose Chung. Anything you didn't like, that was me. She has also inspired an entire generation of young Asian American women as the founder of the Asian American Foundation and the visionary producer of Miss Asian Global Pageant and Imagine Talks. Nurturing the next generation of women leaders, she expanded the program to encompass academic mentorship and professional coaching. Throughout her years, Rose has continued to champion the transformative power of compassionate collaboration. And one final last fact, if you don't know Rose, if you look on her LinkedIn page, she is listed among the top 3% of the happiest people in the world. And with that, congratulations, Rose Chung.
Thank you. Woohoo! I feel like I won an Oscar. I said that a couple of years ago, but this is better actually. Well, after Claudine informed me that I was receiving an award, I said to my sister, "Hey, Margie, should I give a dignified speech like the two earlier ones? Or should I just be myself?" Well, this Chinatown Golden Girl is going to keep it real. I'm getting this award for doing what I love with really cool and smart people. And many of you are among here. As a kid, I dreamed about being a crazy rich Asian. But I have evolved. I have become a crazy dog person. Woof, woof! San Francisco has more dogs than children, so I know that there are more of my kind here. I'm the youngest worthless daughter of Su Ying Chung. Mom was a young widow with 5 girls, aged 3 to 13. She often wailed that she didn't have a son. She complained about 3 mo's: Ma Yong, Ma Na, Ma Ngan. That means no use, no brains, and no money. Observing her struggle, I was determined to be a happy person. I am successful because I have 3 ducks. Sit duck, fun duck, wan duck, which means I can eat, I can sleep, I can play better than Yan can, which indicates good health. And I am certified legit today because I'm receiving this Community Spirit Award along with the mayor. Woo! Well, here's the truth. I can't fake it anymore. I lack talent and skills, plus I'm MCC, Mong Cha Cha. However, I'm blessed to have kind and compassionate friends who help me in countless ways to get the shit zoo done. Plus, I know people who know people who know people, right? Yeah. So I look forward to your continued guidance, inspiration, and support that have placed me here at this moment. Thanks to my family and godchildren who encourage me to remain outrageous and shameless. Thanks to Mom for being my warrior and protector who guides me to happiness. So, in conclusion, let's channel in our dogs by howling and barking together because we are celebrating APA Heritage Month. Ow! Woof, 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 woof. Thank you. Thank you.
crack me up. Let me tell you something. Dignified is overrated. All right, David, don't go anywhere because we have a little presenting to do. Now it is time for our final award of the evening. And really, how do you celebrate and recognize 60 years of service and boil it down into just a few minutes? I think it's pretty impossible, but we're going to try anyway. We actually have two community representatives to talk about our next recipient, someone whom Claudine and I refer to as an honorary Asian. We're going to be talking about Mayor Willie Brown and his impact on our communities. So please welcome to the stage Jeff Morey and Malcolm Young.
Now I understand why Rose is an honoree and I'm introducing someone. Willie Brown, I don't care what people say, you're the youngest looking 90-year-old that I know. Willie's relationship with Japantown has been one that goes back at least 60 years, I believe. Willie once said that he announced his candidacy for the 17th Assembly District somewhere on Geary Boulevard in Japantown before redevelopment changed it into the Peace Plaza. When he ran for mayor, he did announce his candidacy at the Peace Plaza and his reelection bid. As Speaker, Willie had made a tremendous impact not only in the Japanese community or for the Japanese community, but for a lot of members of the API community. Many of you know that he appointed many people to positions as well as commissions. And as mayor, he continued to do the same, but in unprecedented numbers. I think I had firsthand view to see the number of Asian commissioner appointments and staff members to different city departments. During a tough budget period, Willie, in fact, was able to sustain funding to many Asian organizations, or most that were currently funded at that time by the city. But more importantly, he funded at least a half a dozen new communities that were unrepresented in government and some government support for years. One of the most significant milestones that Willie made was when he encouraged the Muni MTA now to set aside a partial fund from the Japan Center garage receipts to support community organizing and for Japantown's future. For over 20 years, the task force, Japantown Task Force, which was funded, has been funded by the Garage Fund, continues to be the vehicle for planning the physical, economic, and social future of our community, and it continues to make an impact. It led to the additional establishment of the 6-year-old Japantown Community Benefits District, more recently the Community Cultural District that was supported by both Mayor Breed and the San Francisco Board of Supervisors. I want to thank you, Mayor Brown, for your 2 generations of leadership, commitment, and friendship of our community, and for actually the generations that will benefit from the work that you have done. I could proudly say that I stand before you as a retiree as well, and I enjoyed the ride. Thank you, Willie Brown.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Malcolm Young. I am the Executive Director of the Chinatown Community Development Center. And before I get to our honoree, I did want to just say, Rose Chung, that was the most amazing acceptance speech that I've ever heard. And Rose was too shy to tell you that she'll be opening for Ronnie Chang when he comes to the Masonic Center later. I also just want to acknowledge Wame. This is from my heart. I sent 2 of my children to Wame, and I can say with the most utmost sincerity and reassurance that 10 years after they graduated from Wame, they don't suck. And now to Mayor Brown. It's an incredible honor to be able to co-introduce him this evening. Of course, Mayor Brown needs no introduction because we're on his home turf. And when I say home turf, I don't just mean the city and county of San Francisco. I mean the API community because we are his home too. A few weeks ago, I was talking to a reporter, and I think I just saw her here, so sorry. This was off the record, but it's on the record now. She asked me, who are Chinatown's most respected leaders? And with all due respect to the Panda Mayor, who is not here, our dear and long-term district supervisor and board president, Aaron Peskin, I answered without hesitation, and these were the first words out of my mouth, that the answer to that question is the Honorable Willie L. Brown. The reporter was a bit stunned, and she immediately asked me why, so I'm going to tell you what I told her. Over the time duration of decades, not just years, Mayor Brown has been there for Chinatown when we need him and when we don't even know that we need him. He was there when we needed help to save Chinese Hospital, right, Dr. Zhang? He was there when we needed City Hall to reinvest in Chinatown after the demolition of the Embarcadero Freeway. That's now led to a revitalized Broadway and nearly 400 units of affordable housing. And he was there for us when we needed the Central Subway to stop in Chinatown. Right, Rose? Sure, these are big mega projects, but Mayor Brown has been there with us on the day-to-day too. And that's why we really love him in the Chinese American community. I don't know of any elected official that's been to more Chinatown functions than Mayor Brown, and that doesn't go unnoticed. While just being there doesn't seem like much, it's actually everything. So when this reporter asked me how we could verify how Chinatown feels about Mayor Brown, I laughed because the answer was pretty simple. Just come to Chinatown and ask literally anyone. So it is my distinct honor today to announce not only is he being awarded, but that Chinatown, we've all met because, we meet every day. And we've agreed that today we will launch the Willie L. Brown Consolidated Benevolent Association, the WCBA. I will be its second inaugural member, and I'd like to invite the third inaugural member back up to the stage to present the award to Mayor Brown, Claudine Cheng. Also presenting and introducing Mayor Brown too, sorry.
This was indeed a great surprise. I have been in attendance at each of these celebrations from the time this started in 2005 to present day. And I came, frankly, to enjoy myself. I did not know that the only entertainment was going to be Rose Chung. But even that was a great surprise. I must also say that David Chu, who clearly, in his capacity as a city attorney, just makes things up.
And I'm delighted with that as well. And so I thank you very much all for your wonderful words and the benevolent association that I now have the honor. Please feel free to call upon me as things unfold. It's going to be really interesting, though, to become the 7th organization in the 6th company or operation. Can you just imagine how in the hell are we going to be able to get me as a president? I guess we'll change the operation from what it was to what it is going to be. Thank all of you. I am just delighted.
The 7th organization in the 6 companies. That's good.
Rose and May Brown just got is this amazing piece that has our A logo and hand-folded cranes, and everything is, of course, handmade. We want to thank Linda Mihara, Linda, for your artwork. It's amazing.
All right, as we clear the stage, everyone, we have a few important announcements to make. Claudine wanted me to make sure all of you know that we actually have a full-page ad out in the Examiner with all of our honorees, with interviews in various media outlets. So please make sure to support all of them there. Now, after the event ends, you can join us all at City Hall for a festive reception. If you have a wristband, keep in mind you can enter through Grove Street. For all other guests, go through the security checkpoint from the Polk Street entrance. And if you have just decided that you'd like to join the party, we have volunteers at City Hall ready to help you get some tickets. Now, once you're at City Hall, also, please make sure to enjoy the cuisine. We have cocktails, cultural performances, and you can visit the community exhibit tables and get your raffle tickets as well. That is where you can also get your special 20th anniversary limited edition t-shirts and logo pin, and also all kinds of extra gifts. And last but not least, we do want to thank all of the raffle prize donors for their generosity and support of this year's celebration. Now for the grand finale of this evening's program, the AAPI Cultural Procession. This, by the way, is a signature program of the Heritage Awards that started back in 2008 and was actually an idea of Ms. Rose Chung to begin with. So please welcome vocalist Christine Diaz and let the show begin.
Good evening. A time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We could go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. We are all a part of God's great big family, and with life, you know, love is all we need. We are the world.
Representing Japan.
We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives.
Representing Vietnam.
Make a better day, just you and me. Well, send them your heart so they know that someone cares, and their lives will be stronger and free, as God has shown us by turning stone to bread. So we all must lend a helping hand.
Representing Mongolia.
We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives.
Representing
it's true,
Indonesia.
Day, just you and me. When you're down and out, you see no hope at all, and you just believe there's nowhere we can fall. Well,
Representing Thailand.
realize that a change will only come when we stand together as one. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're
Representing
making.
Burma.
We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me.
Representing India.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our
Representing
own lives.
the Philippines.
We make a better day. Just you and me. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just
Unity.
we are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day.
Representing
Just you and me.
Vietnam.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one.
Representing the Philippines.
There are people dying. Oh, it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We could go on pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a change. 'Cause we are all a part of God's great big family. In life, love is all we need.
Representing Thailand.
We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me.
Representing the Philippines.
Well, send them your heart so they know that someone cares, and their lives will be stronger and free. And God has shown us by turning stone to bread. So we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day.
Samoa and Tonga.
Does no work at all, and you just believe there's no way we can fall. Well, representing unity, that a change can only come when we stand together as one. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who
representing Mongolia.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. We are the world.
Representing
we are the children.
Chinese America.
We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me.
Representing Maori, Tahiti, Hawaii, and the Cook Islands.
We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. We are the world.
Thank you to our lovely community members. And now we welcome to the stage our elected officials and distinguished guests to come celebrate with us. And Rose Chuck.
Thank you. Let's invite up our distinguished guests and elected officials. I want to acknowledge Linda Tron, our choreographer, Wendy Lee, our coordinator, and our voice of goddess, Caitlin Vergara, and our beautiful vocalist, Christine Diaz. Now we're ready to dance. Let's get funky.
Give me your attention, baby.
Hey, Jade Wu, come on. Elected officials, come on up.
You're one of those flawless. Ooh, you a sexy lady. But you walk around here like you wanna be someone else. Ice cold, Michelle, fight for that white gold. This one for them good girls, them good girls, straight Mr. Beast. Styling.
Hey, let's see if our elected officials can get down.
This is that ice cold Michelle fight for that white gold. This one for them hood girls, them good girls, straight masterpieces. Styling, wildin', living it up in the city. Got Chuck's on with Saint Laurent. Gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band brought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip.
All right, thank you everyone for coming, and we'll be seeing you at City Hall. And we are going to do our annual portrait here on the stage.
I'm too hot. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that
We're
money.
setting up the photo.
Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on.
Okay, we need the people in the backstage. We gotta do our group photo. Everyone face the front. Can you wave our official photographer on the second floor? Stop the music. Okay, hi Frank. Can you wave? Now everyone please line up for this annual group photo. Can I have our cultural processioners come back for this?